All right, so here are some of the results from our toilet paper activity. Anna says, what do you wonder? She wonders how long will it take for the toilet paper to run out? And I think that's a good question that we're looking to answer here. And scroll down a little bit. Question, what do you know? She says, I know the dimensions of the toilet paper roll on each day. I know the time difference, and I know the cylinder volume is pi r squared times the height. Further, Anthony Ross said, I know that I just have to find the area of the whole thing and subtract the area of the whole. So we're looking at the area of the circular base minus the area of the circle that was inside of it, using pi r squared to find the area of the two faces, then multiply them by 4 and subtract the volume of the second hole from the first to find the difference. And Tessa Wagner used those ideas, and I really like the way that she have this outlined. The volume of the big roll at the beginning is pi r squared times the height. The volume of the small hole in the middle, pi r squared times the height. She subtracted those and she got the volume at the very beginning. And then after 36 hours, she has the volume of the big one, pi r squared times height, minus the volume of the cutaway that's not there, which is the same as it was at the beginning. So she subtracted those. And with these two numbers that we have, she has the volume at the very beginning and the volume at the end. And again, I can see her thought process here. The difference in the volumes divided by the time is the rate for how fast it's being used. So she subtracted beginning minus end, divided it by 36 hours. So here's the difference divided by 36. And then when she simplified that, she got a rate of 245 pi over 576. That would be in inches cubed per hour. Then this is work done by Caroline Anthony, and it gives her answers in a slightly different way. She found out how much toilet paper is used in a day, how much toilet paper is used every minute, and how much toilet paper is used every second. Claire Jennings did the above calculations, and she answered hers a slightly different way. She said that each roll is going to last approximately 59.5 hours, which means each roll is going to last 2 days, 11 hours, 31 minutes. If you're wondering how Claire came up with that answer, I set up an equation like this. This is the amount of volume we had at the beginning in inches cubed minus the rate that it is disappearing or that we're using it times x. So this would be inches cubed per hour times hours, where x is the number of hours for this one roll to be used up to get us back down to 0. So then if we solve this equation, we would add this to the right-hand side and then multiply by the reciprocal of this to get x by itself. So I'll bring up my calculator. There's 405 pi over 16 times the reciprocal of that right-hand side. And here is the 59.5 hours that Claire was alluding to. So that would be how long it takes for one roll to be used up. Every 59.5 hours, we would use one roll, which leads to another question then. If I have 30 rolls of toilet paper right now, then how long is this going to last? So think about the answer that we just had. This is 59.5 hours per roll. So 59.5 hours per roll. And if we multiply that by 30 rolls, thinking about the units, these would cancel each other out. And 59.5 times 30, so I'll take that answer times 30. And I have enough to last 1,785 hours, which is great. I don't really think in terms of hours. I think more in terms of days. So if we divide those number of hours by 24, that means that if I have these 30 rolls of toilet paper and the information that I gave you is going to stay consistent, that's enough for 74 days, 74.38 days for that matter. So I think as far as this coronavirus goes, that would be enough. One last thing here, this is brought to my attention by Savannah. Oh yes, I also found this interesting link that approximates how long your toilet paper will last during quarantine. It's a toilet paper roll calculator. So if you wanted to type in that web address, and there's a lot of details you can put in there. They look at how long it will last from a slightly different perspective, but there's a lot of variables you can put into that to also see if you are sufficiently stacked on toilet paper.